road starts with breaking news. That breaking news this morning, families looking for this woman, 25-year-old Olivia Carly Russell. The details surrounding her disappearance are alarming. They disappeared from the side of I-459 around 9:30.
All right, let's see if we can get this dub, fellas. Go upstairs, man. I'll be up later.
Called a family member to tell them what was going on. Well, that family member lost contact with her. The line, however, remained open. Now, when Hoover police arrived to where she was last seen, they found her car still running with her belongings inside, including her phone and smartwatch, and they have not received any reports of any deceased topic. So we are certainly following this very closely this morning. Family and friends are meeting at the Hoover Met right now to get the word out, but to begin a search as well for Carly Russell. And our Jonathan Skinner is live here now with the latest on that. Jonathan?
Hi, Mike and Janice. Yeah, we're here with the family and friends as well as the parents of Carlos and Talitha Russell. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you. Thank you all for the coverage.
Yes, ma'am. So first, what's sort of the last thing you remember as far as seeing Carly and as far as hearing from her as well?
Yes, I last spoke with Carly about 9:18 last night. She left and was headed home. She picked both herself and me and her girls up food. Then she talked with my daughter-in-law about 9:36. She told her she saw a child on 459 right before exit 10 that appears to be 3 to 4 years old by themselves. She's pulled over. She called 911. But in the process, at some point, she got out the car. My daughter-in-law could hear her asking the child if they were okay. The child didn't respond, or at least she didn't hear her respond. She respond. And then she heard our daughter Carly scream. And from there, all we could hear was noise, background noise in her phone, which we later found out was noise from the interstate. And so they have found her wig and her hat and her cell phone that was in close proximity to her car. So if anyone sees Carly from the pictures that we have put out, just keep in mind, because her wig came off, her hair would be braided down to her scalp. So she won't have, long hair or anything like that is reflected on the picture. She pretty much has cheekbones like me. Pretty much our face is the same structure. So that's pretty much all the information we have. We do have some indication.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens.
And that's all the information, or at least we have at this time. So I just ask everyone, if you would, pray. We are trusting God. We are staying positive. We are not allowing any negative thoughts to enter our minds. So all
What do you want?
Trusting God, believing God that our daughters will be brought home safely.
It was so much about this story that really had to pull on edge. First, it was the baby being left alone on a highway in the dark. For those of you aware of the area, it's not really a well-lit location on 459 in Hoover. So anyone seeing a toddler out there alone would be worried for their safety. Carly called 911. She made the report, then got on the phone with them and called her brother's girlfriend. Another scary part of the story was her getting out of the car to check on the child. The child appeared to remain silent, but the loud scream from Carly, that part being repeated, was just heartbreaking.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Dallas Cowboys and the Miami Dolphins. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it again with Fournette. Taken down at the 42.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Jerick McKinnon, his first carry of the ball game. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ready? 17. Wait.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Oh, shit. We lost, motherfucking.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 45. They begin with a run by Davis. And he stopped immediately there. Attack.
Search party gathered at the Hoover Met. Hundreds of volunteers showing up over the weekend. Many heading out to our neighboring states as well. And as that search for Parley continued, a reward of $50,000.
Okay, I'm ready, cuz. I'm ready.
Deshaun Elliott, the safety. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And only a couple there as they'll take this up to the 47. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Here we go. Green, black one.
What up, babe?
Hey, check bigger.
They keep it with Fournette on first down.
Fuck.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Looking to pass. Tua. Connection made with Chenault. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Here's Tua. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 42 yards. And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let him recover more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throwing his open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Prescott to throw it. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing. Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, it's Vaughn. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's Prescott. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll try and run for it with Davis. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Vaughn will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
From the 27, Tua. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Oh, get the
and
fuck
great
out of
blocking downfield as he's got this
on,
almost
boy.
to the 35-yard line. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Throwing on second and long. Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Vaughn. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. This is third down. Prescott now. He'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards. Vaughn on 1st and 10. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. The credit the tackle to Brandon Jones.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that his defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
So if you've been playing defense in this run, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut it down otherwise.
I'll say that. You're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Prescott. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
On the ground with Vaughn. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right
now. Again, it'll be Vaughn. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Now Prescott. Touchdown!
Take it, baby!
A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. Point after, up and good. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Let's keep those sticks moving.
Come on, motherfucker. I got a piss.
Hey, go Fury.
Tua, a final shot before half. He's going to air one out. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
All right. Let's put this in the rest, baby.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Up the middle, it's Vaughn. They find some open field here. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Again, a run with Vaughn. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Here's Davis running right. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Running behind center with Vaughn. And he's got some space here. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there with now 3 week one touchdowns. And they're able to add on to their advantage. And that is off the left upright. It's no good.
All right. Make up for that.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is...
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And some space here. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. 33 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The point after is good. And the lead now up to 14.
Baby.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On play action, here's Tua. He's going to try and go deep again. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements.
He's got a man complete.
Good.
Touchdown, Dolphins. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Man, this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff. They have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go get him, big man.
And his top speed, according to Next Gen Stats, it's ridiculous. Whatever you want to call it, 22.6 miles per hour. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Staying on the ground with Vaughn. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Christian Wilkins there defensively for the stop.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
111 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more of a body boys guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to run.
He didn't kick our fucking shit.
Hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Hang on now with the pimp. So we lost that motherfucking playoff game too. Seems the same.
Fourth down, Prescott.
Ooh, flag, baby, flag. Bring that shit back. That's on y'all.
Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Cowboys force the turnover.
Damn it.
They'll take over at their own 27. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another fourth down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law. And it's 9/10 of this game, too, having the football counts.
You're so litigious. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second in a couple.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 3 week 1 touchdowns. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
My fault, fellas. My fault.
Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. Take it in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try and grab that lead back. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right.
Good D.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Oh, it's a wobbler here.
What? How the fuck I get a wobbler?
And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Donovan Wilson that time there on the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Extra point on the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And they will take a 7-point lead. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff to Vaughn. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
To throw is Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. 45 yards on the ground for him so far. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. A nice, consistent game.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Dolphins are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth-quarter lead. Extra point safely through. And the lead now up to 14. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. After the turnover, it's Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1 up good. We're at home. This is why you want to be home week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
And 2 sides to that coin. And looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. That's how Bradley Chubb shooting it there for the sack.
There's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. We are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit him.
Good looking out.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 41. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 125 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A 1st down throw for Prescott. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 47 yards. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The extra point up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Fournette shoves him away, and they're able to get this one across the 35. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.